Hi everybody, long time no see. I know it seems like it's so many weeks in between my videos. Well, actually there are so many weeks in between my videos, but hi, long time no see. Good to see you guys again. I got a lot of exciting news and I cannot wait to share it with you guys. So if you're old and you've been here a while, thank you, hey, for coming back. And if you're new, stick around for a while, hit like, thumbs up, subscribe, do all those good things because this is about to be a fantastic new ride and I'm ready for it, ladies. I am so ready for it. So how's everybody doing? I am excited. I've got some exciting news today and I cannot wait to share it with you. First of all, I want to say this. Shout out to one of my Facebook friends for my t-shirt. It is so cute, y'all. It's Indigo's Living. It says my best life. It's supposed to be her best life. But I thought that was so cute for somebody who knows that I'm going through my journey to do the t-shirt for me. And I think she's so cute. This is I'm not this little. This is actually my wife's. I have one. My wife has one. But I figured for the camera, this one would show up better. But I thought that was just so cute for them to do that for me. So I'm very, very, very thankful for them. I am thankful for everybody who's been reaching out, asking me questions, what's going on. So, yes, there's some things going on. Y'all, it is real. It is, oh, yeah. Do you like my purple? Well, they not really purple. They burgundy. They showing up purple right now. But, you know, I'm feeling them. I'm feeling them. It's a color I've never really done before. But I'm like, hey, why not? Let's try something new. Why not? Hey, it's 2020. We in quarantine. So let's just try something new. But y'all, listen, it is so real. I got my medications for my transfer. So it is really about to happen. So I got my progesterone oil. I think that's the right way. It is. So I got my vials of these. Yay. Got my vials of progesterone oil. I got my disocoline because I'm going to need this, you know, in case there's any infections that happen once they're in there. So I got that. Picked that up. Dazpan, which is nothing but Prozac. Not Prozac. Valium. Look, see, I'm crazy. Prozac, but Valium. So I picked that up for the procedure, which I don't know if I'm going to use it yet or not, but I have it just in case I do decide to use it. I got my estradiol, my estrogen. I cannot believe it. And I got my, what is this? Oh, something else. I don't know. Maybe it isn't. I think this might be. Yeah, probably one of my other medications for something else, so I put it in the wrong bag. But yes, I've got my meds. I'm so excited. I don't know what to do with myself. I've been over the moon. But, y'all, okay, first of all, so over the moon. Okay, so y'all knew that I had 2 sets of embryos that I had to choose from with my clinic. And I wasn't really too fond of them just because of the quality. And I really had no information on the donors. And I was just so kind of like, I don't know if I want to do it. And last month I was actually supposed to transfer, but we pushed it back because they were telling me I had to quarantine for 14 days. So I would have had to go to New Jersey, quarantine for 14 days in a hospital, or I mean in a hotel, then do the transfer, then come back home. I didn't have 2 weeks to take off work. I'm going to just be honest. I work for a living. I have a life. I'm not like one of these people that are on here acting like they are made of a whole lot of money. I work every day. I am an average person. I go to work. I got bills to pay. So let's just keep it real. I work. I wish I could be a stay-at-home mom. I wish I could do that. But the only good thing about my job is when I do have my baby, I can bring my baby to work. So that is a plus. And my wife works second shift in corrections. Well, it's really an overnight shift. They call it second shift. But she works from 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. So basically, the baby will be with her first thing in the morning. And then she will bring it to me. And I'll probably keep it the rest of the day so she can get her sleep. But we have decided that we're probably not going to use any type of daycare. And if it all comes down to it, I will probably just keep my job and let her stay home and work on her master's degree from the baby's birth to about 2. When it, you know, can be more, you know, listening and sitting down and doing things that I can be more proactive at work. So we have been discussing those things as far as what we're going to do for daycare. But I have some amazing news. So about 2 weeks ago, when I was so worried about let me go back. See, I'm skipping ahead of myself because I'm really trying to get to this amazing news. But about 2 weeks ago, I was really upset because I really wanted to do my transfer this month. That's what my goal was, but it just wasn't looking like it was in the stars for me. However, with the start of my next AF, I will be starting, second day in, I will be getting my blood work, my ultrasound, starting the estrogen all the way out, and starting my progesterone oil. So I will, drum roll, I will be doing a transfer with the start of my next AF period. So I'm so excited. This has been so long in the making, I cannot believe it. But here is the icing on the cake. Okay, are you ready? Here's the icing on the cake. I got new embryos. I am so excited. They were exactly the embryos we were looking for. I got an email from the coordinator that I've been working with the Cooper Institute. And these embryos were actually on hold. So they were created by a couple. So these are not anonymous donor embryos. So I'm kind of excited about that because I have a history on them. So I'm excited. I have a history. I know who these people are. I know where they're from. It makes me feel so much better to have a better understanding of who these people are, where my baby's coming from. I'm just so super excited. So that is the plus. So I got an email, and this was a couple who did IVF in 2017. They had their babies. They had a set of twins from putting back 2 embryos in 2017. They're actually identical twin girls, is what they delivered in 2017. The mother has a master's degree in psychology. She was 30 years old. The embryos are biracial. Now, they are Hispanic, German, Italian. That was the mother. And the father was African American. So that kind of hits all the points for what me and Sydney are. So I'm kind of happy about that. I am so over the moon. But here is the greatest part of them. These are graded perfect embryos. Perfect. One is an 8 cell, which is amazing. And the other one is a 10 cell, which means it was already trying to start to hatch. Or I guess it means when they thaw it back out, it will already starting to hatch, which would be great because, hatching means, hopefully implantation. So I'm so excited about that. But I mean, I have so much more information this time than I did with the last embryos, and I still, let me put that, I still have those other embryos in case, something happens or these don't thaw properly or something like that. But she put in 2 embryos, 2. She put in 2 at her IVF. These were frozen in 2017. She got a set of identical twin girls, which I don't know, I guess one didn't hatch or didn't implant, and the other one did, and split into identical twins. But these are graded perfect embryos. I mean, there's no such thing as perfect, but you kind of understand where I'm coming from with my excitement, because I am super excited. I also was offered another set of embryos, and twins came from this batch also. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to do my transfer. If I am positive, if I get that big fat positive, I'm actually going to reserve this next set of embryos because the mother was 26. These are African American embryos, which is okay. It was never an issue of African American or biracial or anything like that. I just wanted to make sure that we had a good set of embryos, because who has money to waste, and the embryos are kind of questionable. And at my age, I'm not 27 doing this, I'm not 30 doing this, I'm 47. I turned 47 July 6th. So, that adds another layer onto top of everything that we're already doing, that I feel like, oh Lord Jesus, I don't know. But I just feel like I wanted to make sure I had as good of a foundation as possible. Like I said, I went through all the things with the diabetes, I went through all the things with the weight loss, I went through all the things with everything that I'm doing, and I didn't just want to put in any embryo just because, I want to do this. I wanted to make sure that I was giving myself the best chance that I can. And of course, we know that it's not guaranteed. It's definitely not guaranteed. But I wanted to make sure that I gave myself the best possible outcome possibly. And these embryos, just like, I swear, after talking to her, the coordinator there, I think she kind of understood where I was coming from, because I was kind of leery, and I think that's why I wasn't really so upset about canceling of where I was supposed to be in August, because I don't think that was meant to be, because I was already leery of those embryos, and I was like, I have no information. It really kind of left me kind of, you know, heartsick that you just don't know anything and you can't really tell your child anything. And I mean, I get with anonymous donors, you don't get a chance to tell your child anything, and that's fine. However, you have some type of history, like you have something. The other embryos didn't give me any history, just that a baby was produced or a baby that wasn't produced or this and the third. Yeah, it told me if they were college graduates or whatever, but it didn't tell me much. I have so much more information on these embryos that I am over the moon. I feel like, oh, and listen, this is the craziest part about it. Okay, so they did their IVF. They were going to keep the embryos and do another round of IVF to produce a sibling. But since she ended up having identical twin girls and they realized that it was a little overwhelming, they decided that they just didn't want to have any more kids. So she put her embryos in the bin for embryo adoption. Not the bin, you know, she put them up for embryo adoption. The day she put them up for embryo adoption, everything was done with them. My coordinator scooped them up because they have two locations. They have a location in Philly and they have a location in New Jersey. I guess this lady did hers in the location of Philly. She automatically placed them on hold for me, called me, emailed me with all the information and was like, do you want these embryos? So I was like, yes, of course I want these embryos. This is what I've been looking for this whole entire time. But here's the crazy part, y'all. So okay, so when I was a little girl, this might sound really crazy, but when I first came out the hospital, my address was 610 St. Mary's Drive. 610 St. Mary's Drive, okay? Another thing was I saw something like maybe a couple days before that about 610 and it came across something, I don't know, it was something stupid. And I was like, oh, 610 again, you know, whatever, my old address. The donor number for this is 610, y'all. 610 again. It was like in threes. It happened in threes. I was like, I definitely want these. I definitely want these. Like it was all coming back. I'm like, okay, maybe this is just fluid. I'm just saying, I don't know. I'm just putting it out there. Who knows? But it just like, wow. It's just all falling into place. But I'm so excited. I'm nervous. I'm excited. I'm ready to do this. I'm ready for that big fat positive. And if I don't get it, I do understand. But everybody's now like, these are such a good quality. Are you going to put both of them back in? That's the question of the day because I really don't know. And I'm really kind of nervous because it might be quadruplets for if they both produce off. I don't know. I don't know. But would I be mad? No, this has been such a long journey. If I have 4 babies, fine, you know. 2 would be great. If I had a boy and girl set of twins, I would be so ecstatic. They get a sibling. I get my boy. I get my girl. Everybody's happy. I'll be ecstatic. I was talking to somebody else about that. I said, if it happens, I would be over the moon. But I just wanted to share my joy with you guys and let you know what was going on and how excited I am. And I just had to put that out there, but you will get another update video soon. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for sticking around. And I definitely will tell you more later. Have a great day. Bye.